From Howard Jones Field, Andie Hagemann and Dan Weber here for USCFootball.com Instant Analysis. Dan, today we saw Dion Bailey on crutches. Did Lane Kiffin say anything about his status for this season?
He said it. No, he said day to day, and it looks worse than it actually is. So he had flexibility. I was watching. He had flexibility in his feet and his ankles, and it turns out it's kind of a hip thing. But Lane didn't seem to act like it was all that serious. So we'll see.
It's been kind of the walking wounded here at practice with several players out for injuries. But despite that, it was still a relatively physical practice. Did Coach Kiffin say anything about why that may be?
Well, today's physical. Tomorrow's going to be, he said, a long physical scrimmage. We have to tackle. They have to, and they're playing what they call thud, where they don't take them to the ground, but they were taking people to the ground today, and they had, I guess, 23 out yesterday, 20 to start the day today. Lost 2 more. Lane said we're +1. They only lost, they got 3 back and only lost 2. It was nice to see Nelson Aguilar, Darius Rogers, and Marquise Lee obviously out catching the ball and doing things even with yellow jerseys on, although Nelson took his yellow jersey off and just said, I just wanted to play football. I said, did you have to ask anybody? He said, no, that was my decision. He just took his yellow jersey off. So you get to see, the kind of, attitude these guys are, they want to be out there and they want to play.
Scrimmage is tomorrow in the afternoon at the Coliseum. What is Coach Kiffin looking for in that quarterback battle between Kessler and Wittek?
Well, game manager, I thought he fairly quickly said somebody who doesn't put us in bad situations. And that was, kind of the big negative last year is not only when things happened, but where they happened, and how they gave up short fields, or they put the defense in a situation that were really difficult to recover from. So, but essentially, he's been saying the same thing. Game manager, don't put us in difficult situations, and kind of starting from that perspective, where they can't afford to end up turning the ball over and having the defense have to come back, right back out on the field, which happened too often last year. So how that plays out, I don't think we know, but he's not changed what he said he's looking for.
And the defense has been kind of the shining star of fall camp so far, and especially with the performances of George Uko and Devon Kennard. What is it about those two guys that have made this camp so special with the defense?
Well, the defensive line has been kind of banged up, and Lane said that the thing about those two guys is, they really bring it every day in practice. He said, we want to show the rest of the team, their film. He said, watch those two guys. Watch how hard they go. I was just talking to George, and he said, we kind of feed off each other. We're both high energy guys, and we kind of get the sense of you make a play, then I'll make a play, or if you knock the ball loose, and like Devon did in scrimmage the other day, or if I knock it, I guess George said, if I knock it loose, Devon's going to pick it up. And that's what we just feel like we're going to play off each other, and we've been doing that.
From Howard Jones Field, I'm Andie Hagemann, and for Dan Weber, log on to USCFootball.com for more.